It wasn't supposed to end like this. Not for Miles Russell. Not for the top-ranked junior golfer in the AJA, who arrived at Streamsong Resort as the clear favorite, and certainly not for the kid sitting all the way down at 6,004th in the rankings. But on a warm Florida afternoon, everything changed. CharlieWoods. Yes, that CharlieWoods delivered a round that didn't just surprise the field, it shook the entire sport. A final round 66, 8 birdies, and a 15-under par total didn't just earn him the AJA Team TaylorMade Invitational title, it sent a message. Loud, clear, and impossible to ignore. From the moment he stepped onto the first tee, something felt different. It wasn't nerves, it wasn't flair, it was presence. That quiet, unshakable confidence that once defined his father, now rising again in the next generation. Charlie didn't chase the lead, he hunted it down. For birdies. In his first 5 holes, every swing was measured, every putt pure, and as the pressure mounted, others cracked, but Charlie remained calm, composed, and in complete control as he climbed to the top of the leaderboard. Miles Russell watched it unfold live, the nation's #1 player. Stunned, not by luck, not by a miracle, but by a performance that was surgical, relentless, and above all, undeniable. When Charlie walked off the 18th green, the scoreboard didn't just reflect victory, it reflected dominance. But this win wasn't just about beating a single opponent. It was about breaking through the heavy wall of expectation that surrounded CharlieWoods since the moment he first held a golf club. Now the question is, what comes next? Because, if this is what he can do at 16 with that last name, under this kind of spotlight, are we witnessing the beginning of something far bigger, maybe even something historic? The world isn't just watching anymore, it's bracing for what comes next. CharlieWoods has always drawn a crowd. Long before scorecards tracked his progress, the cameras were already following him. Every swing was scrutinized, every movement compared to the icon who raised him. He wasn't just another junior golfer. He was TigerWoods' son, and that legacy, powerful, towering cast, a shadow few could step out of, the PNC Championship offered. A glimpse into that father-son bond, the synchronized strides, the mirrored swings. But for Charlie, this journey was never about becoming the next Tiger, it was about becoming Charlie. Until now. His AJGA resume was respectable but modest. 5 starts, 1 top 25 finish. Enough to stay on the radar, but not enough to ignite a movement. And standing in his way at Streamsong was the most dominant name in junior golf, Miles Russell, ranked #1, a player used to leading the pack, not chasing it. All signs pointed to another routine win for Russell and another valuable lesson for Woods. But then, something shifted. This wasn't the same CharlieWoods who quietly tried to live up to expectations. This was a new version, sharper, calmer, more focused. It wasn't just his swing that had matured. It was his mindset, his decision-making, the way he carried himself. He didn't look like a teenager trying to manage the spotlight. He looked like someone who had learned to own it. On a course designed to test patience and punish mistakes, Charlie didn't overpower Streamsong, he outsmarted it. His final round wasn't just a win. It was a turning point. The moment where promise became proof, where hype became headline. And just like that, CharlieWoods isn't being talked about because of his last name, he's being talked about. Despite it, this wasn't Tiger's son winning a tournament. This was CharlieWoods beating the best, on his own terms, and proving that when the moment matters most, he doesn't need a legacy to guide him. CharlieWoods is carving a legacy of his own. It began quietly, a smooth tee shot, a calm walk down the first fairway. But then came the spark, birdie, then another, and another. Before anyone could react, Charlie had strung together for birdies in his first 5 holes of the final round. This wasn't a lucky streak, it was a takeover. Reuters called it a front 9 assault, but anyone watching knew it was something far more significant. This was the moment the tournament tilted, and it wasn't leaning toward the favorite. By the time Charlie made the turn, the question wasn't whether he could compete with the best, it was whether anyone could catch him. Spoiler, they couldn't. NBC Sports had already labeled the AJGA Team TaylorMade Invitational as one of the strongest junior fields of the year. The nation's top-ranked junior, Miles Russell, was there. So was Luke Colton, ranked 5th. But rankings meant nothing once Charlie started rewriting the story in real time. He didn't just outlast the competition, he outclassed them. Golf Digest is already calling his ranking leap historic, and how could it not be? This wasn't a lucky break or a surprise top 10 finish, it was a 15-under total. A final round, 66, a 3-shot win over a field filled with college-bound stars and future professionals. It wasn't close, and it definitely wasn't expected. That's what made it so unbelievable. What Charlie did at Streamsong wasn't about momentum or chance, it was about seizing control early and never letting go. While others were still searching for rhythm, Charlie was already setting the pace. That final round didn't just change a leaderboard, it changed the perception of CharlieWoods. This wasn't just a breakout, it was a statement. He didn't just arrive, he made sure no one would forget he was there. Streamsong Black is no ordinary course. It doesn't care about names or hype, it punishes mistakes, crushes egos, and demands precision on every single shot. It's not a course you dominate, it's one you survive with strategy and respect. CharlieWoods didn't overpower the course, he outsmarted it, while others tried to muscle their way through Streamsong Black. Charlie approached it like a puzzle. He studied it, dissected it, and turned every hole into a calculated chess move. His strategy wasn't flashy, it was flawless. No wild risks, no desperate hero shots. Just calm, confident execution. Tight pin placements. He played safe. Trouble off the tee. He clubbed down. Every decision felt like it came from a seasoned veteran, not a 16-year-old still carving his place in the game. It wasn't just skill on display, it was maturity. And that's what separates this win from a lucky round or a fluke finish. According to the New York Post, even TigerWoods acknowledged it. Charlie is forging his own path. And that path isn't just paved with talent, it's built on feel, patience, and a deep understanding of the game. Charlie doesn't just play golf, he crafts rounds. He builds momentum without forcing it, and when the pressure rises, he breathes, resets, and delivers. Meanwhile, players like Miles Russell, the best in junior golf, started to feel the weight. The course got in their heads, the leaderboard got in their heads. But Charlie, he looked like he'd been here 100 times, even though he hadn't. While others tightened up, he stayed loose. While others pressed, he stayed present. That's what made this performance so special. It wasn't about power, it was about precision. It wasn't about flash, it was about focus. Charlie didn't just beat the field at Streamsong, he walked into one of junior golf's toughest arenas and played like he owned the keys. And if this is what he's capable of at just 16, then the rest of junior golf just got a serious wake-up call. Because now, after lighting up one of the most competitive fields of the year and walking away not just with a trophy but with respect, everyone's asking the same question: what's next? Was this a one-off miracle, or the opening chapter of something bigger, something generational? One thing's for certain, CharlieWoods has arrived, and he's not just here to compete, he's here to define the future. This wasn't luck, this was preparation meeting opportunity, and the result was a seismic shift in the junior golf landscape. CharlieWoods is no longer just the kid with the legendary last name. After Streamsong, he's the name. This win wasn't a fluke, it was measured, methodical, and dominant. He didn't just prove he belongs, he proved he can lead. College recruiters are paying attention. Sponsors are already circling. And you can bet the rest of the AJGA field just got a whole lot more nervous. Could Charlie dominate the junior circuit from here on out? Absolutely. Could he earn invites to elite amateur events or even make an early push toward pro qualifiers? It's no longer a fantasy. This is the player who just defeated the nation's top-ranked junior by 7 strokes. 7. That's not normal. That's a signal flare, a message to the entire golf world that something real is happening. Of course, it's still early. The road from prodigy to professional is long and brutal. Golf has seen plenty of next big things who've never made it out of promise. But what Charlie showed at Streamsong wasn't just talent. It was control, maturity, patience, the kind of intangibles you can't coach, the kind that build careers, not just headlines. And now, the real test begins. Every tournament he enters from this point forward will come with more eyes, more pressure, more expectations. But if Streamsong taught us anything, it's that CharlieWoods isn't riding on legacy, he's building his own. And the foundation, it was just poured in dominant fashion. So what do you think? Is CharlieWoods the next superstar in golf? Or are we jumping the gun after one breakout win? Let us know in the comments below, and if you're curious how TigerWoods built that legendary mental toughness from day one, don't miss our next video. It's coming up on your screen right now.